Welcome back to Man and Massive Outdoors. Me and Bruno's back in the Lake District and we're heading up to Styhead Tarn and then on down to Sprinkling Tarn. Bit of a wild camp. I've got my little fishing rod, so I'm going to try and catch some wild brown trout while we're up here. So I mean, look, this place is absolutely beautiful. Stunning, but it is a bit windy. Oh, Bruni, it is a bit windy and it wasn't forecast, so I'm hoping it's going to die off because it's now worse than the wind, you know. But we've got some few beers and we've got some nice scran to cook, so I'm excited. Now I'm off for the steep bit now, so I'll probably see you when I get to the top. We're nearly at Styhead Tarn. It's the first time I've been able to get the camera out because it's been absolutely blowing a gale coming up and the wind noise on the camera just sounds awful, doesn't it? So I haven't bothered, like. But it's beautiful up here, like. Styhead Tarn is just over the brow of that. I can't see it yet and I've not been there before either, so I don't know what it's going to be like. But the plan is to get to Styhead Tarn and walk all the way around and get down to Sprinkling Tarn. Maybe get my fishing rod out, do a couple of casts, see if there's out biting, you know what I mean. But if it's dead nice here, because I've not been here before, if it's dead nice at this first tarn and there's a nice pitch, I might just stay here, you know, and then head down to Sprinkling Tarn in the morning. But that's the best thing about these trips, you just make it up as you go along, don't you? So aye, we'll have a look. We'll have a look when we get there. Yeah, it's alright here, isn't it? The tarn's tiny compared to what I thought it was going to look like. But I mean, it's nice and quiet. Some nice little pitching options. I might get a cup of tea on and give Bruno some bait. So I think he's starving. Like, Bruno, are you hungry, buddy? Are you hungry, Mara? It's come a long way. I think he's hungry, like. So the only thing is, all my cook kit's deep down in my bag, you know what I mean? Nightmare, but it is what it is. Tell you what, it is nice here, like, and I was thinking about getting my fishing gear out and having a couple of casts and potentially even staying here tonight, but it's only 1:30. I'm starving and thirsty, so is the dog, but my cook kit's rigged deep down in my bag, like, so I can't be asked to get it out. We're just going to get onwards to Sprinkling Tarn and see what it's like down there. It is nice here, like. Clouds coming in, isn't it? But look where we are. We've made it to Sprinkling Tarn. I'm trying my hardest not to talk without breathing heavy. Just gonna have a little walk around and have a look. Have a look for a nice pitch and somewhere to tie the dog up, because I don't like letting the dog off the lead, you know. Oh, where are you? I don't like letting Bruno off the long line because, I mean, he's pretty well behaved, but his prey drive is so strong. And every now and again when you walk around the corner there's a couple of sheep, and although his recall's pretty good and he's a well-behaved dog, I'd be naive to think that I could shout at him once his prey drive's kicked in, because it is strong with him. Like, even like he sees a leaf blow past, boff, he's on it, you know. So, and I didn't fancy chasing a dog around the fells what's chasing a sheep. So one of us is going to get hurt, you know what I mean. So I just keep him on, but I've got the long line I've got him is about, I don't know, it's kind of a few metres, but I've got another one in my bag where I can connect onto it to make a double long. And I've got one of them corkscrew things that you put on the floor, you know, and I just keep them tied up, like. So I think it's the most responsible thing to do, in it. You know what I mean? We'll have a walk around and see what it's like. Well, we're back down the original tarn. I went up to Sprinkling Tarn and it was absolutely blowing a gale. There was a couple of nice little spots with no wind, but really boggy, you know. So my hands were freezing, so I just hid my GoPro in my bag, put my gloves on, put my fleece on, and headed back down, and we're pitched. So I was going to do one of them to pitch it, but then I just thought, it was spitting onto rain, so I just hoided it up. Bruno's got his coat on. He's just been shivering, bless him. Just give him some food. He's just chilling. I'm going to go in the tent now and just sit and make some dinner because I'm absolutely starving now. But it's a bit windy down here, but it's just gusts every now and again, and they're not that strong, you know, so it's alright. Like, it's cushy down here. It's getting a bit cold there now, but I'm going to get it. I've got one of these, look at. I'm going to scran one of these. Like, I know they're not the best, but I've got a nice steak or a couple of steaks for later, lamb steaks. So I'm going to fry them up later on, but in the meantime I'm just going to have one of them like fire pot meals, see what that's like. First things first, heat some water, and then we're going to have a little meal and a hot drink. Give Bruno a bone, but he doesn't want it. He always gets a bit weird like this when we're out camping, until he settles in. It's still a question, you know, whether he likes coming out, you know. I think he does. He seems to like it. But then once we get pitched up and get settled in the tent, he just goes like really weird and really sheepish. Don't know if that's just him being chilled. But, you know. He's got his coat on and he's nice and warm, and he's just being fed. So, it'll be alright later on, man. We'll get a movie on, get the doors closed and that. Oh, bloody hell. Get the doors closed and that. Oh, I'm not going to strike that yet. Let that get out of the way a bit first. Oh, a little windy proof lighter. Where's this going to go? It should sit there nice, shouldn't it? Whoa! Tell you what, this little MSR popper rocket's class like. Whoop. Famous last words. Right, get this on there without spilling it. So if you like, so a good litre of water in there. Is it a litre or 800ml or something? I'd rather boil and have too much than not enough, you know. See some people like, I pitched up quite early, to be fair. But there's no one here really. There's a couple of people walk past in the hills over there, but the air didn't mind me, man. So what's the crack with this then? Beef stew with pearl barley. Lactose free, not that I need lactose free, like. Guess what else I've got for my steak tonight? A nice bottle of Trevento Argentina Malbec. Yeah, so we'll get to try that out like with my lamb steak. And I've got 4 cans of them and all. Northern Monk, lovely that, lovely stuff. What else have I got? Some bacon, a few bacon sandwiches in the morning. That's all we need, isn't it? How weird, starting the edge is this? Oh, starting to bubble a little bit. Look beside there, man. Must be made that, doesn't it? And this, my cup, I got this bought for me for my birthday off my son-in-law. Well, my soon-to-be son-in-law. I'm buzzing like, so I'm going to get one of these whacked into it like. Now I've had this in my rucksack for God knows how long. Chocolate caramel brownie mocha. So that's like, yeah. Right, all boiled. This water and all's fresh out of the Tarn. So I don't know if it's going to be any good for us. Now it says to fill it up to number 4. Whoop. What about number 4? Well, yeah, that'll do, man. I want to give it a quick stir. Looks like scabs, I'm not going to lie. Seal that up and leave it for 15 minutes. Oh, it's lovely and warm and all. I might just sit and hold it like. But then again, I've got my caramel mocha or whatever it was. I've boiled way too much water. Just a waste of gas really, innit? Should I just use this? Well, yeah, I can't I? Oh, I'm all set now. Tasty. So we've had a bit of a disaster. Just as I was tucking into my meal, massive gusts of winds came and just broke the rear tent pole, right where it connects into the tent. Tent was just flapping all over. Now I was just thinking, I mean, I've got some gaffer tape with us, I could have probably fixed it with a tent peg, but the wind's picking up definitely. And the fact that I've got Bruno with us and all, and the time, I mean, it's getting dark there now, but so I've made the decision, I've just packed away. And I'm going to head back down. It's about an hour and a half away, 2 hours I think, back to where I'm parked. So I mean, I'm gutted really, proper gutted, but I reckon if I'd been on my own I would have probably stayed, but oh, I can't risk it when I've got the dog, man, you know what I mean? So I'm a bit gutted like, but that's it, mate. I'm heading back anyway, so probably catch up with you on the way back down. Well, we've made it down. Oh, I'm gutted, you know, I'm absolutely gutted. Because as I was coming down, there's not a breath of wind down here, you know what I mean? But it's one of them, you have like a short space of time to make a decision, and it's an important decision. Do you bail or not? You know what I mean? I wouldn't have liked to have come down there in the dark, because it's dead rocky, you know what I mean? I mean, I've got a head torch and stuff, but it's not the same, is it? I've already slipped a couple of times and it's light. But I mean, I've got a nice little hike back, and it's one of them. I mean, I wanted to make a decent video for my channel, you know what I mean, and I'm gutted like, so I apologise for that, but you know, it's one of them, I am definitely gutted. Sometimes I think, oh, I wish I stayed, should I have stayed, or try to fix the pole. I mean, I wouldn't be able to fix the pole, but would it have held? And I think if I was on my own, I would have definitely stayed, you know. And I just think when I've got Bruno, I'd be gutted if he was like frightened or cold, you know what I mean? And on the way back there, I took a bit of a shortcut. I've just basically waded through a little stream, ankle deep, my boots are soaking, but so's the underneath of Bruno's coat as well. So he's like a synthetic down coat that's soaking now underneath. So even if I did find a nice pitch on the way back now, it's too late. I'm just going to get home and drink me cans. But I'm a bit gutted, so like I say, I apologise for a crap video, but I might tune back in when I'm home. I'm going to hoy a couple of logs on the fire and open me cans and have a debrief. I need a better tent, man. I only got this cheap tent to take out to my boat so I could take Bruno with us, because it's just a cheap tent, you know, and I wasn't bothered about getting knackered with like Bruno's dirty feet and things, you know. So that's the only reason why I bought it, and I've been meaning to upgrade it because I want to get up into the mountains and that, you know what I mean, and do some camps in some like harsher conditions. But I've been putting it off getting a new one because, well, it's coming into spring and it's going to be summer, and I don't need a 4-season tent, you know what I mean. So I've been kind of like putting it off and just trying to get away with using this little cheap one. But I mean, you know, there's a time and a place for little cheap tents, isn't there? It served as well. When I go out on the boat and things, I'm always in like woods and stuff, you know, so I don't really need to worry about the stormy conditions and that. When you come up into the fells, you didn't know what you're going to get, do you? So like I say, I'm gutted, but you know, you've got to be safe at the end of the day, and sometimes you've got like a short window to make a decision. And had it getting dark and I would have had to bail off the mountain after drinking 4 cans, I wouldn't have been able to drive home either. So luckily I've had nothing to drink, and it's still light enough to get back down to the car safely with the dog, you know what I mean? So let us know in the comments, have you ever made that decision before and regretted it halfway down? Or what should I have done differently, you know what I mean? Other than get a better tent, some like aluminium poles, you know, and let us know your tragedy stories. And I mean, it's not a tragedy, I mean, it could have been worse, couldn't it? I could have stayed, to be fair, and everything might have been all right, but like I say, I just want to get the dog home and enjoy my beers when I get in the house. It is what it is. Well, we're home. A couple of logs on the fire. Get a nice warm. Bruno's flat out over there. Absolutely nappy he is, bless him. Are you tired, mate? You want some more food? I'll give him some bait. I'll have a nice car. Well, thanks for watching. I know the video has been a bit crap. I wanted to do a camping video for my channel, but it didn't work out that way. But me and Bruno have still had a mint day. Still had a class hike in the Lake District, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So I'm not going to be too good about it because we're heading back up to Scotland in a week or two, me and Bruno, in the inflatable boat. So we're going to spend 2 nights up at Loch Etive again, do a bit of sea fishing. I'm going to try and stay in the bothy as well. There's a big bothy up there and it's got a nice big open fireplace, so we're going to take some logs and a few of these. I'm going to spend a couple of days trying to catch some spur dogs and that. And the Scottish Highlands is amazing, like, so thanks for watching. Hit the bell notification for when that Scotland video comes out, and I want to thank all my subscribers. I've got 113 subscribers, man, so I'm absolutely buzzing with that. I'm made up with it, so thank you to everybody who's subscribed to my channel, and I want to try and grow my channel a bit more as well, so it's all exciting, like. But we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.